Good morning, good morning. How are you today? I really miss being with you in the class. What we are having today is uh, completing what we have started uh, before. We had introduction, as you see, Unit 2, One Word. We have here, as I said before, that one word with a question mark, and we do explain the idea of what is the meaning of the title, and we related the title with the picture that we have on page 17, if you remember. Again, as we see here, a Bedouin man sitting in the desert, holding or between his hands a laptop, something that we know it is about communication, it is about technology, networks. All these words can be between his hands. And the question is, one word can be can we all be in this يعني easily be in this word, one word? Another question, as you ask, is there or can we have a connection in the desert? So this is what we are going to learn. Just it is like a part of what we are going to have in this unit. If you may open your books, page 18, and let's go to exercise A. Um, we have a question here. Um, I want you as a student to find a partner. Okay, just choose a friend, and we are going to work in pairs. Okay, I'll give you like a minute to choose a friend, and you are going to work in pairs. Okay, once you finish, please, I want you to open your box again, page 18, and bring a pencil and your notebook or a piece of paper. Okay, or a piece of paper. And now I want the two students to think of how has your country changed in the last, I don't want to say in the last 50 years, I want to say in the last 10 or 15 years. Okay, discuss the changes below. Availability of goods. What does it mean? Let's explain it. When we say availability of goods, what is the word good means? If you know. Okay, goods is kind of important of luxury goods like food, things, um, cargo, um, uh, many things. Yes, to say that goods like بضائع. Okay, availability of goods. And the second one, availability of services like transportations, like facilities of um, uh, parks, streets, etc. And we have people's ability to travel. Let's think of this part in the past 15 or 20 years. If you, let's say 15 years, okay, if you remember your parents, what do they say about this part? Food preferences, uh, how can food be or if we have variety of food, okay. And the word preferences as it's kind of um, liking, it's kind of um, favor shown on things like a favorite food, okay. And at the end we have popular music, which means in 15 years, okay, until now, uh, how can how can the music, let's say, musical parties or musical people who cares about music, how it developed, okay. So I will give you 5 minutes to think of these things. So please write the answers and write, let's say, the changes that happened in 15 years till now. If there is, or if there are any changes, write one or two and share it with each other, please. Okay, just share it with each other and listen to the others' answers. Okay? When you're done with this task, we are moving to the fourth opinions or four different thoughts, which means we have four people, right? We have four people. Briefly, I'm going to talk about number one, Alan Snell, 24, England. He is from England, and as you see, he's working as maybe engineer. Okay, and as we know that England is a very big country with a great civilization and people there. We have um, many jobs you can do in England, variety of careers and jobs, variety of people, variety of thoughts. So we have here Alan Snell. He is 24, which means he's still young person. He's from England. What he says about globalization. So before moving to this part, what do you think the word globalization mean? If you go back to exercise A, we say that there are changes. So the word globalization, does it go with the word change? Okay. In another way, is it a positive or negative meaning, or positive word or different word? Okay, we will see through these four thoughts, as we said, A, B, C, D. Okay, Alan Bomani, Emily, I think her name is, yes, Emily, and Kasumi. So we have here different thoughts about globalization. What do they think about globalization? Okay. Now, as we said here, number one, we have Alan with the 24 years. He's from England. From the picture, we know that he is an engineer. He works in, or he's working in a company, right? Or in a factory, actually. Globalization can be very beneficial for some people, but not for others. It has destroyed my community. So, Alan said that globalization destroyed his community. Okay, I want you now, okay, as two students, so we have to change and choose another student, please. We are going to work in pairs too. Okay. I want you to read silently or to read together as pairs. Okay. And think or try to take from the text the problem that Alan faced because of the globalization. So, the globalization is a word of changing economic sides of a country or of a city, or what we call it in Arabic, al-awlama. Okay? For some people, al-awlama or globalization is something good. For others, it's something bad. Alan is one of those who say that it is bad word, not a good word. Okay? هل did you find your partner? If yes, and if you are ready, please, I want you to read silently or together and find Alan's problem. Once you did this, please share it. I want from the other or another task is to find the word source and the word prophet as as a different yani, as a simple meaning or a synonym of them. Okay. I give you like 5 minutes to think, to read, to find the problem. Okay. Then we are, after that, we are going to move to number B. Number B, from the picture, what do you think he is working? What do you think he is working, or his job or career? Okay, he is a farmer. Right, for sure, he is a farmer. Okay, so Bomani, he is 38 years and he's from Malawi. Okay, Malawi is a very poor country. It is located in East Africa. Okay, and I think it is in southeastern Africa. Yes, it is above Mozambique, if you know Mozambique. So he's an African person, and you know how do people live in Africa? Very, very hard living there. Okay. Uh, You feel that Bomani is affected of the globalization or not? What do you think? We say it for some people, the word globalization is good, for others is bad. The living in Africa is so bad. What do they need? They need development. So the word globalization equals the word development. I'm going to read the part of Bomani. Please follow. Put your fingers or your pencils on your book and follow me. Bomani, 38, from Malawi. Before the factory opened, we could barely survive, and it hurt me deeply to see my children hungry. My home had a small garden where my family grew some vegetables and kept a few chickens for eggs and a goat for milk. But it wasn't enough. From this three or few lines, I want you to underline a sentence that shows that Bomani's life was so bad, was so hard. Please underline the sentence and we will discuss it later on. Okay. Our lives were extremely difficult. Sometimes months would pass without any rain and the plants would die. The village children didn't go to school because they had to work to help support their families. As we know in Africa, they prefer boys rather than girls. Why? مجتمع فكوري. Why do they prefer that? Because they believe that boys from early ages they are energetic people or energetic age, so they can help their parents, okay, and their farms, whatever the work is. They are out of school, so they can help their parents. So they don't care of educational system, but they care of how to let these kids work and help their parents to live, as we know in Africa. So the village children didn't go to school because they had to work to help support their families. Without education, they couldn't improve their lives. So, and in the other side, they need education. Why? Why they need education to improve their lives, right? So it was an endless circle of poverty. What is the word poverty? Can you find a synonym of poverty? Okay, I will help you. It starts with the word poor. Oops. Okay, anyway, so poverty is الفقر, yes. Uh, and let's continue. For our people until they were offered jobs in a nearby town. A foreign company opened a clothing factory there a few years ago. So, kind of the development that happened in this village is what? If you know the answer, please underline it. So we have here a foreign company opened a clothing factory there few years ago. Now we are able to look after our families and send our children to school. We used to feel so bad about our lives, but now we are happy. Okay, why do you think Bumani and other living people in their village they felt happy now? What is the change that happened in their or with their lives in their village? What kind of globalization or what kind of benefits that they gain from globalization? Please underline your answers. Well, so task one, I ask you to write about the changes that happened in your country 15 years ago till now, and I asked to change your friend and to go back to Alan Snell. Okay, to go back to Alan Snell and to find his problem. What was his problem? Okay, write in your own language or write 3 sentences. Then share it with your friend. I ask you also to find the synonym of the word source and the profits. It would be better if you give me the part of speech of these 2 words, if they are verb, noun, adjective, adverb. Okay. Then in a small sticky note, I want you briefly to write about Bomani, how his life was changed. Okay, please do these tasks and share it with your friend. Just make a discussion, a circle discussion. Let me know with your notes that you have answered the tasks that I give. I will not repeat the class. This is the online class is like the a class in the room. It's like an active class in our room or lecture. So please do them. Write your notes in your notebook, please, and I will check them when I'm back. Thank you for today and see you tomorrow.